This is the second shir that we're going to make in regards to kavanos that we can do bein hametzrim. They pronounce it mitzarim because the number is tsar. We just went through that, which is the number 295, which is the gematria of the Elokim of Hayin. And the idea is to sweeten that Elokim of Hayin. Now, in the Sfardi Siddur, you always have the ending of the Shemona Esrei with the word Sim Shalom, whereas you have in Ashkenaz, it's possibly in also Nusach Sfard, Shalom Rav. Unfortunately, if it's Shalom Rav, you can't use this Kavanah because it's not there. But in the Sfardi, it is. So here it is that we're going to take the two shins. Now the shin, the gematria of shin, which we're about to see, we saw yesterday, is 360. And let me add on two items. One, so I got this from a man, a tzaddik, I don't know, a mukubal, in the place where I have a dira called Nov Zion. And Nov Zion, we bought it, from somebody here in Miami Beach, when we lived in Miami Beach. And we didn't realize that this place is really, has a tremendous view of the Har HaBayit. It has an unhindered view. You can see the Har HaBayit all the time. You know how they say, when you go, you have to, some people say that if you haven't been to the Har HaBayit in 90 days, you should tear your clothes. Recently I was there with my son. He did that because he hasn't been there in 17 years. But in my case, I'm looking at it all the time. Anytime that I'm in Israel, you can see it. There it is. So it's amazing. And there's a Kabbalist there by the name of Yigal. He's a regular man. I don't know what he does, but he's in contact. And he gave me this information. And the idea of this information, and this is the Rashash that we're looking at, and I'll label that when we get to it, is a kavanas bein hametzarim. What can we do in order to sweeten the dinim that are happening now? This is a war we're fighting. But this is the war, as I said in the last year, of Penimius, because the source of all things is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. And here are techniques that we could use to sweeten the dinim, which are a natural part of this time period that we're in right now. So here we have the bracha Sim Shalom, which I said before appears in the Sfardi Siddur, in all of the different, that's Shachris, Mincha, Marav, it's there. So let's see what he says like this. Here's the word Sin Shalom. So I said before that sin, or shin, is a gematria 360. So he says like this, Bein hametzarim, Be shinim shebaroshe tevos, that we have in this phrase Sin Shalom. The chamisha shemos elu begematria b'bei shinim, that comes out to the same gematria as this, what we said before, this kiluf, this switch, where we switched here to the right. We wanted to have the Yud Kei Vav Kei shine into this name, and then move it to the left, shine into this name, and then down the middle, which is really the most important part, which is called Matz. Matz has a lot to be said about it. These three names together make the gematria Shin Yud Nun, which is a gematria 360, which we talked about before, is the concept of the circle. Then we have another one. This is Aleph Lamed Kei Yud Mem. Now this is called the Milui of Hayin, because the only difference between there are three Miluyim of the name Elokim, and the only one that matters over here is the one that has two Heys in the middle. It could be spelled Hey Yud, Hey Aleph, or Hey Hey. This gives you a gematria of 295. It is the name of a very strong din, along with the name Adni, which stands for Malchus, but Malchus, what you're doing is you're bringing din into Malchus, and Malchus is susceptible to din also. But you see that the 360 from these switches that we got to, and these combination of this Elokim of Hayin with the name Adni, it also produces a number Shin Yud Nun. So he said Va'od. Now that's one way. So you have now this 360 sweetening this 360 in the prayer Sim Shalom. Va'od Beis Tevos Sim Shalom. So each one, this was 350 and this is 376. They come to gematria Beis Shinim, Va'od Vav Yeserim, and then it comes, in other words, it comes out to be 371. Or 360, excuse me, I said it wrong last year. It's 366. Va'od Vav Yeserim, Keneged Devaya, V'gimel Temurosehem, which is the Havaya, is 4. And then the switches is 1, 2, 3, that makes 4. V'Elokim, and also the name Elokim Dekein, and the name Adni, add them all up, then you got back to the two 360s again. And here it is. Havaya, Tid, Tad, Koz, and Matz, though together make 360. And once again, we have the sweetening taking place against these bitter dinim, which are the Elokim of Hayin and the name Adni. So he says, and he finishes up and he says like this. Vakavana kamo shaha'ira havaya zul gimel chilufehem. So he said the kavana is like this. Think that the name Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, you want to use it to shine. And you want it to shine into these three chilufim. These three, Tad, Koz, and Matz. He said, Gam toyer havaya zu im gimel chilufechem l'elokim v'adni shehem beis bati dinim. So this is something I don't know, but I'm reading it. He said, v'adni shehem beis bati dinim, which are the two court rooms in which dinim are decided. V'yismatku yoser, and as a result of this, it can be sweetened more. This is Baruch Fleischman. This is the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and I wanted to bring you something that you could use in order to be able to sweeten the dinim that is surrounding us. And you listen to the news, and man, it's scary. This is Baruch Fleischman, and we need every bit of Hashem's help and the mercy that He has to bring to us. And this is a tool. Don't forget it.